Good evening. It's Vijay here. I'm doing this session today because I'm traveling tomorrow and for the next 4 or 5 days. So there will be some disruption in my pre-market commentary. But today's session is almost like the pre-market commentary for tomorrow. So what I would like to say today is after a huge round of selling for the first time in many days, the market is showing technical strength, especially in the Nifty and Bank Nifty. So I've titled today's session as Don't Panic. I am seeing all round panic across the market. So I don't think this is the time to panic. And there are very good reasons for that. This morning, I had mentioned it across the social media that I expect the markets to close in the green, but the winners will be like the Pandavas of the Mahabharata. They won the battle, but they were wounded grievously. They lost so many of their friends, soldiers, and relatives. So something like that I was expecting today, and it has happened exactly like that. The reason I was confident today was that all round there was huge sentiment negative. The selling was relentless, especially in the broader market, where the broader market thought till the December end that they are in a different orbit. Only when they come down to ground will the markets, form a bottom. One can never say that today's is the bottom, but one need not panic at these levels or maybe even about 5% lower. One can't predict the bottom. But clearly, the technical indicators showed with divergences, daily RSI divergences, then even the sentiment indicators, all of them clearly showed that we are in a zone where buying is better than panicking. So people can panic. See, they say when you want to panic, you panic early. If you wanted to panic, you should have panicked somewhere in early January, and you could have escaped from, especially from the mid cap, small cap, and micro caps. So now, government of India also is panicking because Trump is now talking of tariffs. If he has got an agenda, if somebody goes against the agenda, he is going to put tariffs. For instance, he said that if you're trying for a BRICS currency, I'll put tariffs. If you are going to, put more tariffs on us, we will put equivalent tariffs, for instance. So therefore, government of India has panicked, it looks like. So what the sources are talking of, they're mulling lower tariff. They're wanting to buy more from US steel, for instance, oil, and reduce import tariffs. It is also considering a limited trade deal. Now, there is this quad meeting of the foreign ministers, which happened yesterday, and the next quad meeting where the presidents, the heads of state will meet, is in India. So there is very good chance that Trump, when he comes here to India, will talk good about India, because by and large, the people in Trump's cabinet are pro-India. They're anti-China but pro-India. So this is not. This is a very good sign. I was thinking, when will the government wake up? They seem to have done it. In fact, the government sources also said they will not have a BRICS currency. I always believe that the concept of BRIC currency is a totally unworkable idea. The reason being that if you want to be a global currency, your underlying currency should be freely tradable or freely convertible. If you look at BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, none of our currencies are fully convertible. There are only 5 currencies which are fully convertible, like the dollar, the euro, the Japanese yen, and the Korean won. So there are no currencies other than that which are fully convertible. I think maybe Australia is one which is convertible. So none of them are there as a part of BRICS. So this was all showboating or trying to show off that we are a consolidated entity which we can fight against US, and that has fallen apart, rightfully so. Practically it would have been a failure anyway. So now India has panicked, and so now they're saying that we will not have a BRICS currency, and we will not because he threatened 100% tariff, and everybody seems to have panicked. So I think that story is over as far as BRICS is BRICS coin or BRIC whatever currency they wanted to call it. That's all down in the dustbin. So today the markets, as I said, bloodbath on the screen, and I think in people's portfolios because the market went up as far as Nifty and Bank Nifty was concerned. But across the board, you take mid cap, junior Nifty, small cap, micro cap, all of them were very deep in the red, and many stocks were down 4, 5, 7, 10%. Now, the turnaround coincided with the HDFC Bank results. Results are not great. Last time also, there was a turnaround when HDFC Bank results came. Even then, they were not great. They've clearly mentioned that this year they will underperform. Only next year they will outperform. So in such a case, it needed some trigger, and the trigger has come with HDFC Bank, which they are reasonably okay results because they promised something and they delivered to their promises, but nothing spectacular. So did lever results. Anyway, we will go through that one by one. So mid cap, I said that top sectoral gainer today was IT, and rightfully so. As far as Wipro and TCS were concerned, I feel they gave some, a good, let's say, positive talk in Davos to the media, and that helped the Wipro and TCS to go up, and therefore Infosys followed. And by and large, that led the rally in the initial stages, followed by the banks in the second stage. At one point of time, Bank Nifty was down 500 and odd points, and finally it's closed about 150 points. Great amount of fight between the bulls and the bears. Actually, I would not say bulls and bears as much as panic-stricken investors and the value buyers. I think today a lot of value buying has taken place, but one cannot say that this is the bottom. But we are not looking at the bottom. We are looking at a place where one can have a good entry point. So Realty, also traded at a low, 10-month low, because there was a fight between the brothers, Lodha brothers, and also the Godrej Properties stock did not do well. And then energy declined today. Then pharma was up slightly. So it was IT, banks, and then pharma. And FMCG closed flat because the results of lever had not yet come at that point of time. PSU banks were still attacked, but I'm really surprised because it's a matter of time. When the market turns, this probably will be the sector which will do very well, because these PSU banks results are much better than expectations, and they're all in double-digit profits. So FIs continue to sell, nothing new about it, 4,000 crores. DIS bought back at 3,640 crores. So about another 400 crores, 500 crores would have been sold by the panic-stricken retailers. They would have been bought by the value buyers. Not the panic-stricken guys. So value buyers would have bought that remaining 400 or maybe more, because the market closed in the positive. So HDFC Bank, everything in line. So nothing to worry about. HUL, revenue was in line, EBITDA was in line, profit shows as beat. Actually, it is not a beat because there was an exceptional gain of 500 crores. Otherwise, profit was flat. It's not a great thing, but they are trying to talk up the stock by saying that they are planning some new ventures. So margin was in line. And then, but what happens is sometimes when the times are bad, even good results, they hammer. For instance, Polycab came with, I thought, reasonably good results, double-digit growth. And they said that 2026 target is going to be achieved in this year itself. That's an amazing kind of, what shall I say? Whatever. I mean, the target which they moved 1 year before is an amazing kind of achievement if they do it, and they're likely to do it. So EBITDA was up, margin was up, revenue was up, but the stock got hammered about 8 and odd percent. I think finally it closed off the lows. So on global news, one more thing which is looking very interesting is China is now going to push money into the market, their market. I don't know how much it will benefit, but by and large, globally, one by one, all the countries are doing something to shore up their resources and not fight US, the tariffs. So what I would like to say here is, don't panic. The time for panic has long gone. If you have held shares, hold it. I would be in a position, I'm not a SEBI registered advisor, but I would, as a general market participant, I have seen these kind of panics happen regularly. When I say regularly, maybe once in a year. If we had the similar kind of panic in March of 2024, people have forgotten that. There was another panic between September and November of 23. There was a panic between from December of 2022 to March of 2023. There was another panic between the October of 2021 to June of 2022. All of them brought down many stocks 40%, 50%. So this is not new. And so this too shall pass. If you are having the courage of conviction, then one should be in the market. I am not giving any specific advice, but we continue to hold our stocks because we think our stocks are good, because our stocks are basically in banking, mostly PSU banks, we are in pharma, and we are in a couple of other miscellaneous stocks which we think will do well. A metal stock like Nalco, or a cement stock like this Birla, the Birla company. So those kind of stocks we are holding. We were hoping that things will get better as we go along, but we may still have one more dose of panic left. That could be the last panic, is what I feel, before we go to the budget. If it does not happen, very good. But if it happens, I'm prepared for that. We are not overtly, overbought as far as our portfolio is concerned. We go confidently into the budget with our hopes that the government has now panicked, and in panic they will do something good. And so I expect something good to come out of it. So whatever you do tomorrow, I hope you are successful. Thank you for joining me, and good night.